Ontario, Premier Ford pulled out the government wallet today, gave $4 billion to municipalities in transit. We have details from Eagle News correspondent Raisa Mangilit.
A historic agreement has been reached between Ontario and the federal government that will see $4 billion of funding to support the province's municipalities, including the Greater Toronto Area, along with various transit sectors. Premier Doug Ford explains the importance of having this new funding.
So today, I'm here to announce that we are providing up to $4 billion through the Safe Restart Agreement to Ontario municipalities. Ontario will be there for our municipal partners and our communities. That's $4 billion to ensure Ontario municipalities can keep delivering critical services that people rely on every day. That's $4 billion to support homeless shelters, women's shelters, food banks, public health, and transit.
The funding is a part of the Safe Restart Agreement between Canada's federal and provincial government to help restart the Canadian economy while taking extra health and safety measures into account. Canada's cities have been hit particularly hard, both financially and health-wise, by the COVID-19 pandemic, relying heavily on provincial and federal support. Ontario has 444 municipalities that will benefit from this funding. Minister of Finance Rod Phillips explains this further. Take a look.
This is important because Ontario municipalities have indicated they are dealing with a $4 billion shortfall as a result of COVID-19. More expenses, including on public health and vital personal protective equipment, and decreased revenue caused by many factors, including a global economic downturn and lower transit ridership, have created this significant pressure for communities.
As the province moves towards reopening, the funding will come as a welcome relief for transit systems across the province. Here is Minister of Transportation Caroline Mulroney breaking down the funding for transit.
And that is why half of the funding being announced today will support our critical municipal transit systems. That's funding of up to $2 billion dedicated for transit, $1 billion from the federal government, and a matching $1 billion from our government.
The Toronto Transit System, or TTC, has seen an 86% decline in ridership revenue, according to a TTC report in May due to COVID-19. This, coupled with the TTC adding more buses to routes to avoid overcrowding, has resulted in $92 million of revenue loss. While ridership increases as Toronto slowly reopens, the city's transit system will require all the financial help it can get in order to recover. Transit operators have been essential in keeping communities and individuals moving both before and during the pandemic. As the country continues on its way to reopening, it is clear that municipalities and transit systems will require financial support from all levels of government in order to continue moving people and the economy steadily and safely forward. In Toronto, Raisa Mangilit, Eagle News, we live in interesting times.
If you're just